So we have a customer, large cleaning job to do. They have a chemical that they need to spray on directly to the surfaces being cleaned. And right now, a garden sprayer is being used. I guess we're all familiar with the pump up garden sprayer. It's not very efficient, and it has to be refilled all the time. It has to be pumped up all the time. So on relatively short notice, I've assembled this kit. It's not pretty. It was basically just done this morning, as I say, on short notice. But hopefully it will work for them and speed the job. So I'll go over the different parts of this, and then we'll demonstrate how it works. So this hose is the output hose. It's nylon. We had to use nylon tubing because of the type of chemical. If we use a rubber tubing, it would deteriorate. So there's about, I don't know, maybe 10 feet of this nylon tubing. Goes to a gun. There's a ball valve on the gun, on and off, and a spray nozzle in the end. That's where the product will come out. There's a hanger there for the nylon hose, and there's a place to put the gun. There you go. So that's the discharge side of it. This is the chemical suction tube. So that will go into a container of product, right? And then we have compressed air controls here. And this is the air-driven pump that will drive the product. So here we have the on-off valve for air. So that shuts off air supply to the pump, shuts the system down. From the on-off ball valve, we come into the regulator, and the regulator is set and locked. We advise against changing the pressure on this regulator. There is a metering valve here. So with this metering valve, the pump can be supplied with less air or more air. You can slow down the pump. You can slow down the pump. If you want less spray, you can control it with this. Reduce the air pressure or the air flow, and you'll reduce the delivery of the pump. With this closed, if you want to bleed pressure, release the pressure from this part of the system, there's a dump valve here, and that will relieve the pressure. The compressed air supply is this hose here. Goes to the bottom of the wagon, and this plugs into the air supply. Suggest when putting the chemical container on the cart, suggestion is to leave it closed until it's in position so you don't get splashing or spillage. And now this goes in the drum like that, and because of the rigid pipe, it stays in the bottom. So now we need compressed air. The plant where this is going to be used, some areas of the plant, the compressed air is quite wet. Fair amount of water, condensation, maybe rust, other kinds of debris. And these pumps do not handle wet air very well, or dirty air very well. Basically, it will kill the pump. So we had to come up with an alternative air supply, and we'll go and look at that now. So since we can't use plant air, and since the area being cleaned is being cleaned with a pressure washer, so it's wet, it's would not be a good spot to try and run an electric compressor. So what we have here is a portable air tank. If this tank is filled to 100 psi, that's enough compressed air to completely empty a 20-liter jug of cleaning product. So, you can do quite a bit of work with one tank of air. We've modified our little old compressor here. Normally compressors have a valved quick connect, like this. We've removed it. We did put a valve here, and you'll see in a minute why we made that change. So with this tank, this is also a valve. So if you open the valve this way, it allows airflow, and if you close it like this, it shuts the airflow off. This compressor, by the way, the on-off lever is here, and there's a reset button in the back, right up here. So if it overheats, the reset button will pop. And it says reset button on the label here. And here. So if the compressor's not working, check that reset button. All right. So to fill the portable tank, clip on the hose. Turn the compressor on. Oh, you'll know, because this will shut off. So the little tank on the portable compressor is filled. So I'll open this here, and then I'll open this, and we'll fill the tank. That'll take about, I don't know, 6 or 7 minutes. Hits about 100 psi, the compressor will stop. So now the tank is filled and the compressor is automatically shut off. That's when you know you've got all the air pressure that you can get. So at this point, it's important to close this valve here, right there, and then you can pop this off. And we're going to take this, and this will be our clean air supply for the chemical pump. taking this outside so we can demonstrate the spray. We're using just water right now. So here's the inlet for the system. The valve is closed. This valve is open. So we make the connection here. Right? Now we have compressed air as far as this valve. Just make sure that the wand is closed. And I'll turn this on. I'll open this metering valve. Okay, so right now this is kind of wide open. I'll aim this at the wall so we can maybe get an idea of what the spray pattern is like. So I've just wet a pretty good area quite quickly, and I haven't used much chemical. I don't have to pour it, I don't have to pump anything up. I have control here. So, if you want to reduce the output, maybe conserve product, or you're in an area where you don't need a strong spray, start closing this valve. You can hear the change in the pump. Slow it down, and the spray pattern is slowed down quite a bit. But it carries a nice distance, you know. Like the nozzle is probably 8 feet away from the wall, and I can spray away up there. So it gives good coverage. And this is, closing that metering valve has really minimized the amount of spray coming out. And you could turn it down even more. You know, you could get to a very small spray if you wanted. Okay, so that's the spray pattern. Close this valve, and the pump will automatically stop. So if the jug is empty, by the way, I started with half a jug. We didn't use half a jug. I started with half a jug of water. This won't use much product really. But now if the jug is empty, or if the air tank is empty, either one, you can close this ball valve here. Disconnect here, and take the tank for a refill, or put a fresh jug on the cart. And that's about it. Air tank, air inlet, shut off to the pump. Spray metering, this reduces the output of the pump. Chemical suction line, chemical discharge line, wand, valve. I think that pretty well covers it. The only thing I would add is this being a nylon tube, it would be fairly easy to give it a severe kink. So whoever's using it should keep an eye on the hose. If it has a loop in it, turn the loop out. Don't pull tight on loops. You'll end up kinking the hose. We've put strain reliefs on the end, but still, you know, you don't want to kink this hose. I think that pretty well covers it. Anyone that's operating this, if they have questions, they can give me a call.